the next speaker, his name is Muhammad Kanyari. And this brother, just a little bit of history, he's been in the community for over more than half of his life, trying to save the youth through many activities such as camps, sports, madrasa. He's also a teacher, ustad, been teaching over 10 years. He also has his associate degree in Islamic, heading to his bachelor degree, inshallah. May Allah make it easy for him. With all of that, inshallah, I will introduce him, Mahmoud Kanyari.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Wassalatu wassalamu ala Rasulillahi wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa sallam ajma'een. My dear respected brothers and sisters, I greet you with the best of greetings. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. As I've mentioned before, sometimes it's not about the large amount of people that come to a lecture. Sometimes it's maybe a few people that come to a lecture and take so much benefit that one day they will change to the betterness, or they will help someone change to the betterness. Sometimes it's not about the large amount of people that you see at a lecture. So praise Allah today that Allah brought you in a masjid, in the remembrance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And when we come together in the remembrance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the Prophet said, the angels surround you. So the angels are surrounding us today, together here in this masjid. So praise Allah that Allah has brought you today to this masjid, alhamdulillah. Saving our Muslim youth is a must. There are many different ways to save our Muslim youth. One of the ways to save our Muslim youth is through one of the commands of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and that is the salat. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala commanded us to pray the 5 daily prayer. Once we go to the age of puberty, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made an obligation on all of us to pray the 5 daily prayer. The morning Fajr, Dhuhr, Asr, Maghrib, Isha. This is a blessing, wallahi, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave us Muslims. It's a mercy. It's guidance. It's a way to connect to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Every day in our life we make decisions. But the decision that we all must make every day is to stop for that prayer. It's Fajr time, stop and pray. Wake up and pray. It's our priority. Every day at Dhuhr time, we have to make a decision. We hear that adhan either on our phone or at a masjid or elsewhere. We hear it or we know it. It's time. So that's the time we have to make a decision. It's Dhuhr time, I must pray. Same goes for Asr and Maghrib and Isha. It's a decision that we have to make for ourselves. And that decision makes us closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and makes us Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, His love and mercy is upon us. Today I want to tell you a beautiful story that inshallah ta'ala you will remember, and you will be happy that today you came to the masjid. A beautiful story that will affect your heart and that will affect your life. This story was told by one of the scholars, and it happened in Saudi Arabia a long time ago. So there was a sister, a Muslim sister. I want you to listen to this story carefully. It will benefit you so much. And also, when you learn the story, I want you to tell someone else as well. So this story is about the prayer. Remember our topic, saving a Muslim youth. And one of the ways to save our Muslim youth is through prayer. So there was a sister. One day, she made a decision to get married. And we all know that when sisters get married, for them, it is the most important time in their life at that time. Am I correct, sisters? At that time, it is the most important night in their life. Why? They have to look the most prettiest. They have to look very beautiful. They have to look better than all the other sisters that they have invited. Am I right? Sisters, you agree with me? So one day, she was going to get she made a decision to be married. So as you know, the party starts at nighttime. Is that right? It starts at nighttime. So after she performed Maghrib, so she performed Maghrib, the sunset prayer. So after she performed, now she made a decision to get ready, to make herself very beautiful. Her mom was there, helping her. So what did she do? She bought or put on herself the most prettiest makeup that she could ever get. She put on her face the most beautiful makeup, most expensive makeup that anybody could get. She had it that night. She put it on herself. She had the most prettiest white clothing. Her mom was preparing her. She looked very beautiful now. She looked like the most beautiful woman at that time. At that time, she looked like the most beautiful woman in the world at that time. So her mother, when she was preparing her, it took them about a couple of hours. We know it's not going to take 10 minutes when a sister's getting married for her most important night. It's not going to take 10, 15 minutes. It's going to take hours. So her mother and herself, her mother was helping her prepare for 2-3 hours. For a couple of hours. So now she's ready. Almost perfect. She's ready to go to her wedding. All of the guests are waiting for her. Hundreds and hundreds of guests are waiting for her. So now she comes to the door, about to leave. All of a sudden, she heard something. When she opened that door, she heard something. What did she hear? She heard, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. She heard the adhan of Isha. Uh-oh, she's in trouble. She gotta make a decision. Do I go forward to my guest? Or should I pray and start everything over again? And the guests are waiting. And she's supposed to be at the party right that time. She has a decision to make. Then she turned to her mother. She said, Ya Ummi, Hoyo. She realized that she didn't have wudu, that she had broken her wudu. So she turned to her mother and said, Ya Ummi, I have to make wudu and I have to pray Isha. Look at this. She turned to her mom. She said, Ya Ummi, I have to make wudu and I have to make Isha. You know what her mom said? Her mom was like, are you crazy? Are you insane? Are you out of your mind? You're crazy. The way you're talking right now is very crazy. Who talks like this at the most important night? Her mother was shocked that she said that. So her mother said, guests are waiting for you, to see you beautiful makeup, to see you beautiful dress. Guests are waiting for you. And if you put water on your face, all your makeup is gonna go away. If you put makeup on your face, all your makeup is gonna go away. And then the mother said, I am your mother, and I order you not to perform the prayer. Listen, that's what the mom said. I'm your mother, and I order you not to perform the prayer. The mom also said, Wallahi, that's what the mom said, Wallahi, if you make wudu right now, I will be very upset with you. I will be very angry with you. Wallahi, that's what the mom said. And then her daughter replied, Wallahi, her daughter said, Wallahi, I won't go out from this house until I make wudu and until I perform my isha. Do we make decisions like that every day in our life? When that adhan comes in, do we say, let me keep working? Let me keep talking on the phone? Or do we pray right then? Do we make excuses for ourselves? Or are we like this sister who said, Wallahi, I will not leave my house until I make wudu and until I pray isha? She made that decision. My sisters, do you make that decision every day in your life? When you hear that adhan, when you hear that call of praise from Allah, do you make a decision and say, I'm going to pray right now, whatever it takes? If I'm at my house, I'm going to pray. If I'm at work, I'm going to pray. I'm going to find a way to pray. And then the daughter said, there is no obedience to any creature in the disobedience to the Creator. If I disobey Allah, who else am I going to obey? Her mother said, look what her mother said. What would your guests say about you when you show up on your wedding party? What would the guests say about you? The guests would say, ew, you're beautiful. You're not beautiful, I mean. You're ugly. Look at your face. It's all washed away. This is what the guests would say, right? They would look at her. And then the mom said, you will not be beautiful in their eyes. When the guests look at you, you will not be beautiful in their eyes. And they will make fun of you because of the way you look. They will make fun of you because you washed away your makeup with wudu. They will make fun of you. The daughter asked her mom with a smile. You know what she asked her? She said, are you worried because I won't be beautiful in the eyes of the creation, in the eyes of the people? What about the Creator? What about Allah? The daughter said, I'm worried that if I don't pray salat tonight, that if I don't make my wudu, I won't be beautiful in the eyes of Allah. Subhanallah. The mother is worried about being beautiful in the eyes of the people. But the daughter said, I'm worried that tonight, if I don't make my wudu, if I don't pray isha, I will not be beautiful in the eyes of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Let's look at our lives every single day. A lot of times we want to please people, our managers, our co-workers, our friend. We want to take all the time with them and excuse the praying later. We have to make a decision like this sister. We have to be pleasing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala because we want to be beautiful in His eyes, wallahi. We want to be pleasing to Him. So the sister, she started to make wudu. Ablution. And all of her makeup was washed away. But she didn't care. Why? Because she knows she's doing it for Allah. All her beautiful makeup washed away. Then she began her prayer. Allahu Akbar. She began to perform her prayer. And then, at the time, she was at the bowing on the ground. She was down to sujood. My dear brothers and sisters, she did not realize that that will be her last sujood she made on earth. Yes, she passed away on that sujood and that was her last prayer on earth. She died in her sujood. What a great ending for a Muslimah who insisted on obeying Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I mean, look what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave her. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave her the best gift that anybody could receive. She made a decision to obey Allah. And Allah took her soul away while she was in sujood. And that's the most closest time you are with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Every day, wallahi, we all make dua. We say, oh Allah, please take our soul in the best state. This sister, because of the decision she made with Allah, Allah gave her the best gift. We all have to make a decision for Allah every day. Wallahi, we have to think about our prayer. Our deen is a priority in our life. Sisters, our covering is important in your life. Wallahi. Don't please people. You're wearing your hijab because of Allah. Brothers, don't feel shy and act like a Muslim when you're at school. Make yourself notice that you're a Muslim and you're proud of being a Muslim. Because it is the best religions Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave to us Muslims. Alhamdulillah. So the sister made a decision that she will obey Allah, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala took her soul while she was in sujood. She put Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala first in His obedience, and she put Allah as a priority in her life. So Allah granted her the best ending that any Muslimah would have. She wanted to become closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So He took her soul in a place where Muslims are the closest to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. She didn't care what anybody thought. She didn't care what her mother thought even. Because this is a priority. She only cared that she would be beautiful in the eyes of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and that He will be pleased with her on the day of judgment. Let's make a good decision to please Allah every day in our life, and wallahi, you will see Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will help you and He will give you the best gift. Jazakumullah khairan. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Jazakallahu khairan. MashaAllah, Mahmoud, you touch on many